Hey my friends, this is Jody Fisher and welcome to Thursday. I hope you have had a great day and I hope you are extremely happy that the weekend is almost here. Thank you if you happen to be watching live. I know I have a couple viewers, and thank you also if you happen to watch the recording. So I will put the link in the comments if you ever want to go see any of my other videos that are motivational. They're all in one spot on YouTube. I wanted to come on today and talk about my unicycle journey that's going on. So if you don't know, hi Sarah, I have been trying to teach myself to ride the unicycle. Now I do know how to ride a bike. Hey Melissa. And so I thought it would be as easy as riding a bike, almost. I knew it would take some work, but I thought it would be quite easy. I figured I would learn how to ride the unicycle a little bit quicker than riding a bike as a child, because I know a lot of it is just balance, which I already have, and I know a lot of it is just being fearful of going out and doing it. And so you think you can get around that, right? Now also, I do know that practice makes better. I'm not gonna say it makes perfect. It makes better. So it's been a month now, and every day I've been going out on my unicycle. Now I've missed probably about 4 days out of the last month only, and then the following day when I get out I double up my practice. When I first started, I was holding on to the barbecue island. I'm sure some of you guys have seen that video, and just like easing along. Once I felt like that was getting better, but I wasn't going to just take off and stop holding the island, I started getting in the dirt and practicing having one foot on the pedal and standing up on the second pedal and trying to balance or go. So it's been a lot of action. After that, I said, okay, I'm going to make myself put my second foot on the pedal 30 times. And because I would fall off and I didn't always get my second foot on the pedal, right? So when I do it 30 times, my practice is over. Well, that got easier. So then I said, I'll do it 50 times. And then from there, so now I'm at 100. So now I get my second foot on the pedal 100 times. Last week, I was getting pretty good at that. So I was trying to, of course, get momentum to pedal, and that's been a lot of my hang up. And so what I told myself was, when you fall, you can go inside, which is really pushing the envelope, because we have mesquites that are thorny and ants, and the ground is hard, y'all. So I wear a helmet, but you know, I've gotten some nasty bruises. And today I was out there, and that's why I'm so marvelously glistening right now. Today I was out there doing my 100, and I started to get really frustrated with myself. You know, why can't you just visualize and pedal forward 8 feet to that spot? And I really started getting the nasty talk going. You know how you talk nasty to yourself? So give me an emoji if you talk nasty to yourself when you get frustrated with yourself. Like, why can't you just do it? What's wrong with you? And that's where I was today after a month of practicing every day, the unicycle. And then I began using many things to motivate myself. So you know, that's sort of my job, to coach and fitness motivator. I know a lot of ways to motivate people and to motivate myself. And I think what I would suggest for everyone is you have to have an arsenal of motivators. Okay, so I know with kids we use food, right? We use food really easily because they have to eat, and because we think that they're not going to tie food to everything. I might argue that now that my kids are teens, but you know, saying positive things to yourself can be a motivator. Music is a motivator for me. For some reason, there are some pieces of music that really just fire me up or bolster me. And I love musicals. And so today I was getting very frustrated with myself, and I thought, oh boy, start going through your music. So I have anything from like the Laverne and Shirley theme that's kooky, and I think people would unicycle to, or circus type things, rock operas, you know, that kind of thing. But today in my head, I was singing Hamilton. And I thought that was sort of funny because I was resistant to the musical when it first came out. And then when I finally listened to it, I was like, okay, it's grown on me. But today, today I was Alexander Hamilton, and today I kept telling myself, there are a million things you haven't done, just you wait. And it reminded me that we don't ever get perfect, we get better. And it does take practice to get there. And the things that we try to accomplish are not always black and white. For me, I started putting unicycle writing into black and white. Either I can do it or I can't. That's what I started to tell myself, and it was getting really negative. And that's when I had to put myself in a timeout and tell myself, you know, a month ago, you weren't balancing on the pedals. You weren't even thinking about pedaling forward 8 feet without holding on to something. You hadn't even fallen all the times that you've fallen. You've come a long way. So when you're motivating yourself, remember 2 things. What you're trying to accomplish is not black and white. There are the shades of gray in between. There are ways to improve without getting to the gold star moment. There are practice days that make you better even though you are not quite there yet. And also remember, you need different ways to motivate yourself, because some days are going to be harder than others. Some days all you need to pull out is an M&M and you feel satisfied. A Snickers satisfies you. Not a Snickers bar, I don't know. Maybe you don't need a whole Snickers bar. But think about that. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna have a cold drink and that's gonna satisfy me. Or for me today, and maybe you're this way too, maybe you just need to be like Alexander Hamilton and tell yourself that just you wait, because you're gonna get there. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I promise I am still working on my unicycle. It is almost every day. I truly have only missed, I think, 4 days in the last month of practicing. I get out there and I push myself a little bit further. I'm like being the parent and the child at the same time. When you teach your child to ride a bike and you get to that little naughty parent phase where you're like, you just give them a shove and then you don't hold on and you see how long they go before they notice. That's sort of, I'm having to be both sides of that equation. So, but I am practicing, and I will continue to sort of document how I'm coming along. Sometimes it's hard. Certain days I can't film and practice at the same time. And I do have to just say, okay, if I didn't just crush my camera, because I tried to have it out here with me, I'll take a picture of me falling in the dirt. So I am working on it. And whatever you're working on, just motivate yourself. Remember, it's not black and white, and you will get there. So have a great Thursday and have a wonderful weekend.